Hello everybody, it's vanburman here. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about purchasing secondhand stuff on eBay, or more specifically purchasing things that are listed as for parts or not working. So basically it comes down to a very simple thing. Can you afford to lose the money if it doesn't work? And then also, do you think you would be able to fix whatever could be wrong with it? So I've bought over the years several different bits of electronics off eBay that have been listed as broken or not working or faulty in some description. The last couple of things off the top of my head that I remember, or the key ones that I remember, I bought a PlayStation Portable, one of the earlier ones, one of the first ones that came out, and basically it got corrupted. The disc tray didn't work, which was okay because I didn't actually fancy using any of the discs. I wanted to do all my downloading through the PlayStation Store, and because I had PlayStation 1 games on the PlayStation 3 that I could move across. And then also for some reason I can't remember what it was, whether it wouldn't power on or whether it wasn't booting properly. Basically it just needed a firmware update. There had been some damage done to the disc tray, which is why it did work actually. I managed to play Final Fantasy Crisis Core on it, but that one was more of it got misaligned effectively. So that was, a fairly easy fix. The next thing I had was a GoPro GoPro Hero 3 Silver Edition. Once again, that was a firmware update, just got corrupted, needed reflashing effectively, and that was fixed. How much did I get that for? About £80, £85 at the time, where they were going used for like 150. So came with a load of accessories as well. Just how it goes, you have to take the risk. If you think you can fix it, worth doing. So all full circle, and I have purchased a new sound card. So that's what I've come ready to talk about. So we have the box looks a bit tatty. It's a Sound Blaster Pro Gaming, or Sound Blaster X Pro Gaming AE-5. So it's the one with, if you've seen this particular sound card, sorry, it's the one that has all the RGB stuff on it. It's, a decent upgrade on the one I had previously, which was just the Z. Seems to be anyway. I've not had too much time to play around with it yet, but yeah, it comes with all the accessories, comes with LED strip, all that sort of stuff, which I won't be putting in the computer because I've already installed my LED strip now, which you guys will be seeing soon when I do the video on the computer. But yeah, so I just want to go through this particular listing and just assess where you could look to try and find yourselves, as in what you should look out for, how I came to deciding to bid on this particular sound card, and really sort of what my thought process was with it. So here I have the listing, guys. It's Creative Sound Blaster X AE-5. So they've listed the card as not tested, which I always sort of feel, I don't know, I'm a little bit put off by that, because I sort of feel as though if you've got a product that's worth quite a lot of money, you probably would test it, because between this working and this not working is, a good £50–60 difference potentially. So yeah, that is usually a little bit of a red herring, but once again, obviously it was bought and it is working. The other thing obviously we've got is the less than 100% feedback, but it's one of them. If this is a type person that does sell a lot of customer returns and that sort of stuff, then of course it's going to be a bit lower, because some stuff just isn't going to work. So looking through, obviously there's good pictures here. You can assess what's going on from these pictures, if there's anything obviously wrong with the card, and I couldn't spot anything. In fact, since having it, I've stripped it apart and had a look at the board itself, make sure everything's intact, all the capacitors, all that sort of stuff, and there was nothing obvious to my eyes that would say as to why it wouldn't work. So I did feel fairly optimistic. Obviously the fact that it comes with all the original documentation and the cable, maybe, see, the thought process is with this that well, we'll go through it actually when we get to the description. So it was actually on bids. I was the only bidder. I bid twice and won it. So yeah, sometimes if you're patient and, you know, keep an eye out for bids, you can get a decent price. So yeah, we'll read the description. Comes with everything. Comes with what you see in the picture. Please look at the pictures to see what is included, obviously. Not tested. Please read all auction. So not tested is obviously here. So I feel like this bit is them talking about this particular product, and then this feels like what they would put in the description for every return product that they sell. So untested customer returns, which they did say. Selling of spares or repairs only, no returns. Once again, please read and understand this before you commit to buy. Only the pictured accessories are included. There may be faults and or missing accessories. Please see pictures for more details. We receive customer returns from high street retailers, and the faults, whether cosmetic or operational, are not detailed. Due to time commitments, only a basic power test has been carried out if power leads are present. So obviously this doesn't need a power lead, it just needs to be plugged into a computer. So they've not even tested that out, whereas if they had done any sort of test, they probably, although I had a few issues with setting mine up, but that's only because of the fact I had a previous Sound Blaster card in there, and when you upgrade, the computer doesn't like it for some reason. And yes, this one is just, yeah, basic disclaimers. You know, it's sold as seen effectively. This is what you're getting. So this seemed like a decent enough chance for me to take on it. The card looks in good condition. It doesn't look like it's been abused. You know, the original cables are still there. The person that's bought it hasn't even taken off the tape on the back of the LED strip, so they hadn't fully set it up. The pamphlet seems like it's not even been opened. This is of course upon receiving it, but you can also tell that the pamphlet hasn't been opened. And yeah, it just looks like someone's bought it, realised that they don't particularly maybe need a sound card, and sent it back, because these are quite expensive new. So you can play this sort of game with graphics cards and all sorts of stuff. I've bought plenty of graphics cards. I'm probably at about a 50% rate with them. So, you know, it is one of them. You have to assess whether it's worth doing. Now, don't get me wrong, if anything had been wrong with the card, you know, if a capacitor had blown or something like that, that's obviously not something that, well, it's not something I have the tools to fix, or the expertise to fix, or the experience of fixing. However, you know, because of the price, if I listed it up as not working, can't find the fault, I'd probably still get most of my money back on this one. So that is also worth bearing in mind. If it's a really good deal and you can get the minimum, most of your money back for it, sometimes that's worth taking a chance on. Anyway, that's my thoughts on it. So there you have it, guys. I don't really know. Let me know how you guys feel about the explanations I've given there. Contrary to maybe popular belief, considering the specifications of the computer and the bits of tech that I've got, you know, I do, like I say, end up buying most of my stuff second hand. So it is something I feel fairly adept at. I've not lost much money at all on buying stuff that doesn't work. In fact, the thing I've had least luck with is graphics cards. So yeah, perhaps maybe I'm gonna try and stick to buying new on them if possible. But yeah, you know, going forward, it's a good way if you, like I say, you feel confident. It's a bit like gambling, I suppose. You know, only afford to gamble as much as you can lose. In the sense of, you know, you could be buying something that is potentially not going to work. So that's my thoughts on it. Let me know what you guys think. I'm glad that this is working. It's also looking quite nice. I'll leave you with a little shot of it in the system. But as I say, that's a little spoiler as well to another video that's coming up with me assessing my computer as a whole. So keep an eye out for that. Anyway, as always, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now.